Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the E.N.G Media Podcast. We have a very exciting guest, Ajay with Vyrill. For those of you just joining the podcast, I'm Christian Gannon, the co-founder of E.N.G Media, and we specialize in helping software and tech companies scale their revenue. If you want to learn how to take your software tech business to the next level, make sure to stick around. So let's get right into it. I understand Vyrill is redefining how brands discover and harness the power of video for growth. Whether you're a marketer, e-commerce brand, or insights team, Vyrill helps you find the videos that matter using AI to surface user-generated content, analyze sentiment, and deliver actionable insights to drive engagement, sales, and brand trust. Can you share more about your business, the services you offer, and your role within it?
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey everyone, Ajay Bam, CEO and co-founder of Vyrill. Just a quick intro. I've been in the e-commerce world for 20 years now. Previously built and sold an in-store shopping app company before. So fast forward, I'm now focusing on video. And so why video? For two reasons. First, video is extremely compelling, right? When you're buying something, when you're purchasing something, a video review can be very helpful. You see the product, the person, and the emotions inside the video. So video can be a game changer for many brands and retailers to drive their three key KPIs, which is conversion, engagement, and customer acquisition, right? Now, the challenge is, when you start thinking about going deeper into video and when you start thinking about scale, there are two big problems for brands and retailers, right? The first is how do you capture video at scale? And the problem there is no one has time to watch videos, right? If you're a brand and you have hundreds of SKUs and you want to capture hundreds of reviews from your customers, I'm sure you don't have an army of people to manually watch videos and understand them, right? So there are two big challenges today in the business. One is no one has time to watch videos on the brand side, right? And then the second problem is, so as a result, brands are missing out quite a bit, right? I mean, there are millions of videos or trillions of videos now between on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And because you cannot manually watch videos, a lot of brands are missing out on that. So there's a problem there. The second problem is 95% of world's video content today is not searchable. Hence, it's not very useful. So when you do get that video, you have to watch the video to understand the person in the video, the sentiment, and so on, right? So
Mhm.
these are the key business challenges that we're addressing here at Varl. So essentially, we have a platform where we help brands capture video at scale, understand it. So we're one of the few companies in the world that analyzes the video in 21 dimensions with our AI. So we analyze the audio, text, images, and transcription. And to rate and rank video and understand it, we make it searchable. And so we give you insights around sentiment, demographic, SEO, and more. And then finally, we help you leverage video content on your site, on your website, e-commerce site. And we have solved the problem for the shoppers, right? So if I'm buying a car, I land on the BMW website and there are 35 videos on the site. I'm looking for a car with leather seats that features a male driver. Christian, probably you're looking for a car with child seats with the female driver. How do you know which of those 35 videos are talking about leather seats versus child seats, right? So we
Mhm.
now power a video experience on your e-commerce site with search, personalization, SEO, and more. And then finally, shoppers can watch a video, find what they're looking for. So we offer a video search. They can chat with the videos. So we are enabling agentic commerce as what's happening now, across the industry. And then we drive those KPIs with a very rich, engaging experience. And of course, we measure conversion. We do full attribution.
That's awesome. And thank you so
That's
much
that's
for
really,
sharing,
that's really
AJ.
what Varl does is really maximizing your video ROI.
Of course, of course. And kind of going into my next question, what trends are you really seeing in your space right now, particularly around video content, e-commerce, and how brands are really adapting to AI-driven
Yeah,
tools?
so I think the biggest disruption in our space was TikTok in
Hmm.
2022, right? I think what TikTok proved for us was when you have short form video, when I say short form, any video that's less than 3 minutes long, and when you make it fun, you make it entertaining, and more importantly, you make it authentic, right?
Hmm. Of
People
course.
do watch video content. So, as we know that Gen Zs are spending 2 hours every day on their phones watching videos, right?
Hmm.
So clearly, video and TikTok has made a huge impact on customer shopping behaviors, right? So a lot of young people, how they discover new brands, new products is really on social media with video, right?
Hmm.
So,
Of
so
course.
a lot of shopping experiences, I would say one of the big trends right now is a lot of young people are sharing, creating, and shopping with video, right? So as a brand, you definitely need to have video front and center. I mean, I think I would say that that 5 years ago, 10 years ago, video was sort of in back of mind. I
Hmm.
think it really needs to be in front of your mind, right? I mean, TikTok Shop did 10 billion in revenue last year
Hmm.
with video, right? And that's a
Right.
proof in the pudding, essentially, that video works and people do watch videos and buy products again. And why is that? Because you can see the product, you can see the person, and you can see the emotions inside the video, right? So I would say that's the first trend. The second big trend that's happening is across retail is even retailers like Amazon. Amazon has now amassed 250 million video reviews on their platform. So if you
Wow.
open any Amazon product page, there is videos at the top of the page where when you land on the
Hmm.
page, right? It's a branded video. It's showing you if you're buying a coffee machine, it's explaining how the coffee machine works. You scroll down a little bit, you're now seeing UGC videos. Now you're seeing videos from experts, influencers, and customers, right? Talking about why they love or hate or why they purchase the product, right? The important question is why. And then if
Hmm.
you scroll further down, Amazon has launched its own retail media network. So essentially, they show you ads, competitor ads for that coffee machine. And guess what? It's a lot of user generated video content now. I mean, nothing like a testimonial from from a customer telling you what works, what they like, or what they don't like, right? So I think what we're seeing now is all shopping journeys. I would say the second trend is are being led with
Hmm.
video, which leads into the third trend, which is now the question is you're starting to leverage all this video content. How do you maximize video ROI, right? So I would say the
Right.
third trend that we're seeing now is more brands are now spending their time on creating content, understanding content, and leveraging content as well, right? So and that's where the world of personalization, search on your site, SEO, all of that comes around, right? We're going to
Hmm.
see a massive trend around how you can SEO or now it's called geo, meaning how you can enable your video content to show up in the LLMs and the chat
Hmm.
GPTs of the world. So we're going to see a lot of commerce heading in that direction, both making it agentic. So customer just goes on chat GPT, asks a question, hey, show me Nike top 10 Nike shoes,
Hmm.
right? And it's going to pull up directly your video content directly from that's what SEO'd. And people might not even have to go to your website to make a purchase. They might just buy the video, the purchase. They might actually make the purchase directly from ChatGPT as well. So I think we're going to see some change in behaviors on how
Hmm.
people shop, where people shop, and where they discover content. And so I would say that video discovery is going to be extremely important as we move forward, and most importantly, UGC content. People care about what other people think more than anything else.
100%. And something I wanted to touch on was the TikTok shop. I think that's something that's overlooked, especially by a lot of companies right now. And it's huge, right? You said it did 10 billion last year in revenue, and the amount of people that creators on the platform that are involved in TikTok shop and the commissions that they're getting for just being involved or posting a product, it's insane. Like I know a couple of people in my network that do it, and it's like a lottery ticket every time. If that video goes viral, they get a
Exactly.
huge commission payout. So why wouldn't they do that if it takes them a minute and a half to create a video about a product that they got sent for free, right? So.
Absolutely, and I think what TikTok, I think to your point though, what TikTok has it going for it, it's this algorithm is very good at. So
Hmm.
if you go and you're looking for coffee machine reviews on TikTok,
Hmm.
it's very good at understanding you want those coffee machines, right?
Right.
So it shows you all kinds of video content around the coffee machine. It could be a fun video, it could be a review. So
Hmm.
TikTok has two things going for it, right? One is the TikTok feed, which is when you open the TikTok app, you're constantly getting feeds based on your
Right.
interests, your past, and what you're sharing, what you're watching, and more. And then the other part of that is the other part of that coin is TikTok Shop, where you found something amazing, you loved it, and just yesterday I found something on TikTok Shop. Sometimes you go to a concert and you need a chair or you need a stool to sit on, and I discovered this folding stool on TikTok,
Hmm.
and right away, like there was a buy there, so it then landed me on the TikTok Shop,
Hmm.
right? And then I was able to actually watch videos of how the product again, video is so compelling when you see that, right? And
Of
so in
course.
fact, even for us at Vyrill, we're now working with TikTok Shop as well. We're one of the few companies we have been given exclusive right to help brands capture video reviews, authentic video reviews, and be able to publish those video reviews to your TikTok shop. Because at the
That's
end of the
awesome.
day, what matters is those authentic video reviews. And so TikTok being a video platform, they're looking for partners like us to help them
Hmm.
capture and leverage video reviews. And so we're actually now, we have also partnered with TikTok Shop to publish video reviews and drive more conversions.
That's awesome. And that kind of leads into my next question as well. What's been working for you when it comes to acquiring new customers? Are you seeing more traction through outbound efforts, partnerships like you're talking about with TikTok, or maybe inbound channels from the GEO that we spoke of as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say that there's sort of three things happening right now for us. So first,
Hmm.
I think what's changed is TikTok for us. I think
Hmm.
if you ask me my life before the company before TikTok and after TikTok, I think before TikTok, I had to explain why video is important. After
Hmm.
TikTok, I don't have to do that. I don't have to. So when I go into a sales meeting now, it's not about whether video is important. It's about, hey, how quickly can we launch? What does the integration look like? What is it going to cost me? Is this within my budget and my price point and all that, right? Now, having said that, so that we're doing three things right now. One is we're starting to get a lot of lead gen on LinkedIn.
Hmm.
And of
Okay.
course, we speak with so our customer is the head of e-commerce, content
Uh-huh.
marketing. So our ICP is we know who our ICP is that we're targeting. So we usually speak with head of e-commerce, content marketing at a brand or retailer. So we're able to find them on LinkedIn, clearly with their
Hmm.
profiles. So we're doing LinkedIn outreach. I'm also starting to now get leads from ChatGPT. So if you ask a question, hey, show me platforms talking about UGC, Vyrill is starting to surface in those search results. So in fact, in the last 2 weeks, I've had 4 inbound demos coming from ChatGPT.
That's
They,
awesome.
they discovered me on Chat. And what's interesting about ChatGPT is, unlike traditional search, where you're like, hey, find me the top 10 UGC review companies, and Google gives you a list, right?
Hmm.
What ChatGPT does is it sort of summarizes the answer for you. So
Hmm.
even a small company like us, we're still a startup, will surface in the summary that previously Google might not have ranked us. We might have been number 10 on that list. But with the summary, Google is now, LLMs are now searching, or the chat GPTs are now surfacing even small companies in their summaries, right? So it's a whole
Hmm.
new way of sort of thinking about awareness with summarization, if you will, as I call it. So we're starting to get leads from there, of course. And then of course the third is in our business is partnerships. So as you can imagine, video is being created in all different platforms, right? So we're partnering with TikTok Shop. We're partnering with video platforms that produce content. The problem today is not producing video creation and consumption. The problem is distribution and
Right.
maximizing video ROI, right? And how do you make that video searchable so more people will watch more of your videos, right? That's the
Hmm.
problem that we're solving. We're solving that distribution and ROI problem, right? So we work
Hmm.
with video creation platforms. We're working with influencer marketing platforms as well. Influencer marketing platforms help you make all these videos, right? But then how do you
Hmm.
distribute that content on your e-commerce site, on your website, right? That's still a problem, right? That's still a challenge as well. We also work with e-commerce system integrators as well, who actually bring these solutions to these big retailers and brands. And of course, there are a lot of companies, marketing firms, agencies, essentially,
Hmm.
e-commerce agencies as well that we are partnered with. So yeah, we're starting to get again. We're doing lead gen in multiple ways. And again, the good news is I don't have to explain video anymore, so that
Right.
helps.
That's awesome. And thank you so much for sharing. I think it's so important to a lot of the people that are watching that having that omni-channel like marketing and lead gen efforts
Exactly.
is so important. You can't just do the LinkedIn, you can't just do the GEO. You have to do all of it, right? Because one might work one week and the other one might be slow. So you need to have something coming in the pipeline almost always, right? Perpetually.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for especially for small companies, right, brand awareness is a big challenge, and
Hmm.
you have to be where your customer is, right?
Right.
And so our customers are all on LinkedIn. They work with agencies, they're going online to search for a new product. And I think what's happening now is with AI, there's so many tools, right? There's a new
Hmm.
tool every day, right? So the
Right.
challenge today is how do you find a tool that's going to improve your productivity, right? As a company, as a brand, how can you get more for less, right? I mean, everything. I think what's happening now with AI is the economics. of
Hmm.
how things are happening now. It's changing quite a bit. It used to be a traditional SaaS model.
Right.
Now we're seeing a lot of businesses with AI. You can charge based on an outcome,
Hmm.
right?
100%. And I think I'm seeing that across the board on my end too. So.
Right. So, for example, like we're looking at our pricing is based on the videos, the testimonials we capture for you and we analyze for you, right? So
Hmm.
essentially, we're measuring on the outcome of giving you insights, capturing and analyzing a video review, or we are measuring output on, essentially we for our customers, we drive three key KPIs. We increase their site engagement by 3x to 5x. We increase their conversions on their site purchases anywhere from 5 to 28%. And we increase your video consumption from 5% to 90% with video, right? So we
Hmm.
also like we're rethinking our business models as well based on outcomes versus purely based on previous models used to be on number of seats, accounts,
Hmm.
right? So I think AI is also giving us all everyone a pause on and a rethink on how we should be approaching the customer and how we should be thinking about pricing and all of that.
Definitely 100%. I couldn't agree more. And I think a lot of models are changing across the AI space just so that they can get more customers because of the
Yeah.
competition right now. And shifting to more of the personal side, what does your typical day to day look like as a co founder and CEO? How are you splitting time between product growth and long term vision?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. And I would say generally, I would say my general day is I would say 60% is sales.
Hmm.
I would say, I mean, even this morning, I've already had like three sales customer meetings or prospect meetings already, right? So I would
Hmm.
say 60% sales and, trying to really become more efficient and better at lead gen, right?
Hmm.
I'm getting more, so I want to make sure I get more qualified leads in the pipeline, like even before the meeting is set up, right? And then how do you leverage tools to prepare for that meeting as well, right? I mean, thankfully now with meeting notes taking, with there's a lot of AI on LinkedIn and other tools as well, where you can quickly get context
Right.
to your meeting as you go in, right? Everything from understanding the customer's budget to getting a little bit more deeper information on their campaigns, what tools are they leveraging, to how are they thinking about video. I think there's a lot of signals, right?
Definitely.
So I look at tools and leveraging tools that give me all these signals as well. And I would say, I would say another 20% is currently we're raising a seed round of funding as well. So, right, at least for now, I would say 20-30% of my time is spent on fundraise, on a daily meeting with investors. And of course, as a CEO, there's always admin and HR and other stuff that comes your way, right? But I would say that's my typical day, and I think there's so much excitement around video right now. So I'm super passionate and excited, and also like I do like to help people any way I can. So even if they're not buying my product, if you have any questions, even to your audience as well, if you have a question about best practices for video, how do you think about video? Happy to help any way I can. So I think at the end of the day, I want to be a value citizen, if you will,
Of course.
for everyone. So yeah.
Definitely. And thank you for sharing. And I think it's so important that in every podcast I have, I think it's a similar answer. I have to wear a lot of hats during the day, right? And like you said, like I have the two main objections, which is the sales and the investor side, but I also have to wear the HR hat, the admin hat, the manager hat at times too, right? And that can be tough to manage a lot of days.
It is. It
But
is.
and kind of going back to viral a little bit, what's coming up next for you guys in the next 6 to 12 months? Are there any big
Yeah,
product
so
launches, feature updates, any
yeah,
initiatives?
yeah, absolutely. So I think one of the things you'll see us is, we're signing some big deals with some. We already have a deal with TikTok Shop now.
Hmm.
So essentially, we're a platform to capture video reviews, to understand them, right? So we're launching with 100 brands and retailers in coming days, right? We're also going agentic as well. So at the end of the day, we want to help market. So our customer is both e-commerce and marketing and social media teams, right? So how
Hmm.
can we save them time, right? How can we have them do more with their video content without them having to spend a lot of time? So the next thing that's on the roadmap is, we're launching e-commerce tools. So we offer a site search. We offer
Hmm.
a video experience for your a buying experience on your site. And the key problem we're solving is search, personalization, SEO, recommendations, so we can maximize, if a person is looking to buy a coffee machine, we can also recommend accessories to
Hmm.
purchase as well with video. right? So a whole new way of thinking about video content so essentially it's a next generation video experience. We can automatically generate the highlights for the customer so they don't have to watch the entire video as well. So I would say we're building a launching next gen shopping experiences would be number one. Number two is, how do we build tools for our customers, primarily our e-commerce and brand customers, so we're building agentic commerce as well. So, for example, let's say you received 100 reviews on our platform. You can
Hmm.
now ask a question, what are people saying about the quality of the coffee machine, right? You can
Hmm.
ask natural language questions, and our system now responds with the answer, either the summary, and we also generate all the video clips, right? So you
Hmm.
can now promote a particular clip talking from 100 videos, talking about a particular feature that's going to boost your site engagement and conversion on your site as well, right? So again, how do you build agentic commerce at scale, right? So again, you can set up an agent to run your own campaigns, right?
Hmm.
Without having and the agent will supervise and monitor and understand what video is right or wrong for your brand, and it could automatically publish that content to your e-commerce site, right?
Hmm.
So I think those are the two big things: is the experience and the tools behind the scene. How can we build more agentic commerce to really integrate the best of AI to do this?
Definitely. And when can some of these viewers expect that to be released? What is like kind of
Yeah,
the timeline, or is it?
some of it is already live, and
Mhm.
even to your audiences listening here, if you'd like to see a demo, reach out. My email address is just ajay at Vyrill.com. So happy to feel free to reach out. So we're already rolling it out. There's also if you visit our website as well, we do have an experience featured on our site as well. So it's being rolled out as we speak, and you'll hear more about us in the next 6 months for sure.
That's awesome. And that kind of leads me to my last question. It's a fun one, but a tough one. Hypothetically, if you had a magic wand and could solve just one problem within the business, what would that be?
I would say go to market. I mean, there's absolutely no doubt as a startup, you want to generate more business, you want to bring more brand awareness, you want to bring more customers to your business, right?
Hmm.
So the challenge with startup is you only have limited resources, right?
Hmm.
When
Of
it comes
course.
to budget or people on your team. So really, I would say, how do you maximize go to market, both brand awareness and lead acquisition, and more customer engagement, or even like speaking with customers, is I would say would be the biggest thing on my plate right now.
Totally understand that. And I think that's a lot of answers for a lot of startups right now, especially. And to kind of wrap up, I know we mentioned the email a little bit, but if people want to connect with you or learn more about what Vyrill is doing, where could they go and how could they connect?
Yeah, absolutely. It's Vyrill.com, Vyrill.com, and I will also suggest, Christian, if you can put it on your podcast as well,
Hmm.
perhaps the site. All right. Happy to connect with you or with anybody who wants to reach out. And also on our site, we have a mechanism to book a demo as well. So if they would like to actually just go directly and put a booking on my meeting on my calendar, they can also book a demo as well and get on my calendar as well. And happy to show you what we're building. And if nothing, I would say that the future of commerce is going to start with video. It's going to end with video. And the demo will clearly demonstrate to you how the future of shopping is going to be very different. It's going to be like, like what we have done on our platform is we transform all your video into a TikTok-like experience, right? So the future experiences on how you shop, where you shop, and where you find products is going to be very different than it's today. And hopefully, Warren will be one of the change makers there.
Definitely. And I know that you showed me a little bit about your platform before we hopped on. That was super interesting to me. But I will leave the links to both Viral's website as well as AJ's LinkedIn in the description.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend you go check it out and the incredible things that they're doing in this space. It's awesome. It's very innovative and something that a lot of stuff that I didn't even know about until we hopped on the call before the podcast. But other than that, thank you again, AJ, for your time and insights today. And we will see you guys on the next podcast.